Howdy! How's everybody out in YouTube land today? I hope this finds you well. Actually, you're getting this recorded because I'm going to be doing a craft show on Saturday, so I'm recording this on Friday to release Saturday before I leave. And I thought that you might like to see how I put these sawtooth hangers on the backs of these wood planks that I have stenciled. If you happen to catch me Thursday morning, or well, it would have been Friday morning, I guess, Thursday night over on Twitch, you saw me paint up a whole load of these little signs. I've got all different kinds of them. As a matter of fact, I painted up a total of 19 so far. I've got another 10 to go, but I stenciled these, and then I put a shot of Krylon on top of them to protect the paint so it doesn't get all chipped up. These are very simply just old pallet wood, distressed pallet wood. And I've stenciled them, and now it's time to put hangers on the back. Now, there's different ways you could do this. You could drill holes in each end and run a wire or run a jute cord or something through them if you wanted to do them that way. But this wood is extremely hard, and it dulls up your drill bits. If you try to drill through it, if you're just using a regular wood plank, that'd be different. But these are pallet wood, so they are really, really hard wood. And the best way that I have found to hang these is to use sawtooth hangers. Now, if you don't know how to put sawtooth hangers on, I'm going to show you. First, you got to do some measuring. I do not use nails because, like I say, this is extremely hard wood. If you try to put nails in it, it's just going to bend your nails up and make a mess. You're better off to glue them on. I use E6000, and I have never had E6000 fail me when it comes to putting these sawtooth hangers on and them staying on. You can use magnets, you can use sawtooth hangers, you can use all kinds of different things on the backs of them to keep them up. But since I don't know if they're going to put these to metal or if they're going to put them to wood or what they're going to do, I put sawtooth hangers on. Now, you need to do a little bit of measuring here to get this on right. I like to put my hangers on about a ½ inch down from the top. That gives you a nice balance on the board. These boards here measure about 3 1/4 inches long, or top to bottom. Long from side to side, they're 12 inches, exactly 12 inches. So if you was dealing with a longer board, you might come down more than a ½ inch. You may even go down, you know, depending on how long it is, you could go down 3 or 4 inches, you know, if it's a really long board. But since these are shorter, I only go down a ½ inch. And you, depending on what you've got, you'll have to experiment around with it and see what you like. But to do this, I just take my straight edge and I measure down a ½ inch. Now I'll mark this with a pen so that it's easier for you to see what I'm doing, but I just put a hash mark right there. Then I go to the other end of the board and put my straight edge down, and I measure a ½ inch down on this end of the board, like that. Now I take my board, I lay my straight edge right across it, right there where those hash marks are, and get them right up there, get it right up there next to the hash marks. Might have to move a few things there from my desk to get it flat. All right. There we go. Well, shoot. I said that and then I moved it. Let's get it right where I want it there. That's looking pretty good. Now, this ain't rocket science. If you're off a, you know, tad, well, I ain't going to cry over it, you know. But it's going to be real close. And then I just take my pen and I make a mark all the way across. There's the mark all the way across. Now, I take my straight edge, I put it right up against the end of the board, right up against the end. So then I know I'm right there at the edge. And I'm going to have to mark segments off on this. I want to know where the middle is. It's 12 inches long, half of 12 is 6. I put a hash mark right at the 6. So I know right where the middle of the board is. Half of 6 is 3. So I put a hash mark at the 3. And 6 plus 3 would be 9. So I put a hash mark at the 9. Now I've got this segmented off into quarters. I know that these are equally spaced 3 inches from the end. And this is the middle, which is 6 inches. All right. Now, why do I need to know that? Well, I need to know where I'm going to place my hangers. And I'm going to place them equidistant. There's going to be one right there, and there's going to be one. Whoops. Flip it back over the right direction. One right there. When I glue these down, I put the center of the sawtooth hanger right there at that mark on both sides. So I know that they are exactly equidistant. They are half an inch down. Those are right there on that line, half an inch down from the top. So it's very simple for anybody that has a ruler after they purchase this to know exactly how to hang it, because they know they've got to go in 3 inches from each end to put their nails. I mean, you know, you can't make it much more simple than that. Now, we're going to get some E6000. I take the lid off the tube. I want the major part of the teeth. You know, it's got like these 2 little prongs up at the top, and it's got several little teeth in here at the bottom. I want the teeth facing down on that. So I'm going to take and put just a dab of glue on each end of my hanger. Right like that. And then I'm going to flip it over here on the board. Center it on that line. Get it right underneath my big line that I put across it. And then I just push down. And that seats the glue. And I just hold it there for a few seconds. And if I feel a little give to it as I come up off of it, I push it down some more. Hold it down a little bit more. All right. That's good. I mean, it's giving a little bit in the middle because, you know, it is raised in the center, but the ends of it are sticking. That's what you want. Now, I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. A little bit of glue on each end. Come back here to my board. Center it up and push it down. Now I got a glob of glue there in the middle of it. I'll take a piece of paper towel and clean that off while it's wet. Once in a while you do that. The bottle's slobbered. Just hold them down there. They'll be seated right into that glue, and they ain't going to go nowhere. And believe me, you want to get these centered up and right the first time, because if you don't, oh, and another thing I should have mentioned, make sure you got the top at the top. Ask me how I know that. I have made that mistake before. You put the hangers on, you figure out you got it upside down. And these are hard to get off once they have dried. You've really got to pry at them, and you know, you're lucky if you don't scar your wood up, because they will come up wood and all. The C6000 is great stuff for holding stuff down. So I just hold them there for a minute, let them get all seated up. Now I've got a whole pile of these to do. Like I say, I've painted up 19 of them last night, and I got a pile done, but I got another pile over here to do yet. So I'm roughly halfway through. But I thought you might like to see how I put these hangers on. Check out my Etsy store and my Patreon page. Go over and take a look at my Twitch videos. All the URLs are in the description of this video. I've got Twitter on there and Instagram and everything, so you can find me most anywhere. Leave me a comment on the video and make sure you put a like on it. I appreciate that when you do that. I'll try to bring you a video tomorrow with the craft show, a little bit of that, so you see where I've been. It's called the Spring Fling, and it benefits the area animal rescue. So it's a worthy cause. And I'll go and mix it up with the girls over there and have a good time at that wing ding and let you see what happened. I'm going to do a wood burning demonstration while I'm there, so that they all get to see what I do. But with that said, I think the only thing left to say is Brenda's crafty and be like Brenda. See you later. Bye.